Hello and welcome to the GTU Libraries tutorial on the new EBSCO interface for the ATLA database. To access this database, go to the Search Electronic Resources link underneath the Summon search bar at our GTU Library homepage. This is a long page of very useful resources, so make sure to explore it in depth on your own time. We've highlighted the ATLA Religion Database as one of our top 3. Just hit connect underneath the picture of the rosary here to connect to that database. When you're on campus, you won't be prompted to sign in, but when you're off campus, you will. You sign in with your student ID number and your library barcode, the barcode on the back of your student ID card. The PIN is something you create yourself. So if you don't remember your PIN, simply chat or email the librarians to get help with resetting that PIN. Let's go ahead and log in. Remember, never Google the ATLA database because you will likely hit a paywall. This is a subscription resource, so make sure to navigate through the GTU Library homepage. And here is the new EBSCO interface for the ATLA database. Your searches will be largely the same. Simply use a keyword to get a sense of how much is out there. So I'm getting 10,000 results. I didn't complete my quotes here, so let me complete my quotes. And that takes it down to 8,000. So make sure you learn some Boolean operators because you can combine ideas in your topic to get a sense of how narrow your search is by looking at the results here. Now the results are sorted by relevance, but you can also sort by the newest ones and change your view to see more results. You can see why they brought up a particular article. Some articles you'll see have access options instead of full text. If you click that link, sometimes you will see a prompt to check for the journal in our catalog to see if we have it physically in the library. If you're in the Bay Area, you can also check the UC Berkeley catalog or request via interlibrary loan if you strike out in these. You will need the volume and issue number of the journal to check to see if they actually have it in print. Notice how we can narrow our search by adding in another keyword. This took the search down from 8,000 to 100 results. I could just jump in and click the download, access the PDF, but you can also click the title and get a lot more information about the journal, other subject headings to use in a more targeted search, and other identifying information. Another helpful tool is the Cite button, and you can switch to Chicago 17th Notes in Bibliography and copy it to use in your bibliography. Let's go back to our result list. You can also reach those tools from the 3 dots. We don't recommend creating your own EBSCO account because Zotero, which we do have another video on, is so powerful for getting your citations saved. You can access filters up here. We don't recommend the full text filter because you can miss a lot of interesting articles that the GTU library actually subscribes to in other databases using that access options feature. But some helpful filters that you might use are peer-reviewed to get the more scholarly articles, and language or publication date. Those are very useful filters. Let me show you an example of a great article. I'm going to go ahead and do it as a new search that wouldn't show up if we limited to full text only. If you know something about the author, you can use the drop-down menu to search not just author, but even the abstract is a search that I like to do. You can also access the scripture citation index, which will be covered in a biblical exegesis video on our page. But here's this article I was excited about. It's not in the ATLA database, but if I click the Check 360 link, it will link me out to the full text in one of our other subscription databases. And here's the article in our JSTOR database. You can clear everything and start again by hitting the new search over to the left. These other links are not useful. We don't recommend creating an EBSCO account. There are other helpful tools here underneath the database search bars. One of them is subject. You can build a search using the subject thesaurus. So, for example, I might be interested in something to do with spiritual formation. If you click on the term, you will then see broader and narrower terms. So I'm going to go ahead and add one of the broader terms to the search. If you want to add your keywords to this search, make sure you do it in the second bar. So maybe I'm interested in senior citizens or elders or grandparents. And this was a very narrow search, netting me only 21 results. If I take out my keywords and just do the subject search, I'll probably get thousands. So the subject thesaurus is one way to build your search. Another very useful search that is hidden is the ATLA scripture search. So when you click subjects, make sure to click the first drop-down menu and switch it to the scripture search. What this does is allows you to search by biblical book and even drill down using that plus icon to chapter and even drill down further to verse. So I'm going to search for Genesis 1:1, add it to my search, and see what scholarly articles come up. Over 1,000 that cover verse 1 of Genesis chapter 1. Or other sacred texts, such as Jewish texts within the Book of Mormon, the Quran. What you may need to do is start with a keyword search and then look at the subject headings for the scriptural reference to use in your search. So they might use the subject heading instead of the scripture citation, as shown here. This new interface also applies to all GTU EBSCO provided databases. Don't forget that you can search all the different EBSCO databases. You just click where it says ATLA Religion Database with serials. And you can just hit that select all to search all these other databases that we have, including ebooks and indices that have a broader diversity than the Christian heavy ATLA database. So once you've selected, you'll see it changes to all databases. So before I got around 8,000, 10,000, and I've got almost 4,000 more than the 10,000 figure, just broadening out to more databases. Thank you for watching this tutorial, And please reach out to the librarians via chat or email with any follow-up questions. Thank you.